Hello everyone, we got ourselves another episode of the best class and subclass mods in Baldur's Gate 3, featuring the Purple Dragon Knight Fighter here by Sumradagnoth. I'm a huge fan of this. This is the Purple Dragon Knight 2024 mod. They just released it, and I am so excited to share this one with you guys because you get this purple dragon that you can level up. And in addition to this, you're a fighter, so you get action surge, but cool abilities like the ability whenever you do action surge to let your teammates use a reaction to do an attack, which is just actually so cool of a mechanic. You can also take your bonded knight and fly around, so you can ride the dragon itself, which is a pretty cool ability. So there's a lot to cover here. I am so excited to see this one here, though, with a unique dragon appearance here. Got the purple Amythest, which gives it the ability to do a gravity breath attack, doing a bit of force damage, and it also has the rend attack doing force as well. What's nice about this is it's actually a pretty decent pet as well, and you get to be a fighter, so you get the 3 attacks at level 11. I think this is better than the Beastmaster Ranger in a lot of ways, but it's not overpowered like a lot of Sumradagnoth's mods. They're based on 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and they do a great job of adapting them. The Purple Dragon Knight here gets the Amethyst Dragon Companion, which has a breath attack, allowing it to push or pull enemies. Very nice mechanic there. And the breath attack actually looks really nice. You also get the Speak with Animals, which is a nice spell to have. Although, just a little heads up, you can get Speak with Animals potions pretty frequently in the game, and they're worth using. At level 4, we get ourselves a feat here, so regular fighter. It doesn't get a whole lot of extra abilities, but the abilities that do get are very fun. At level 7, we get the Shared Second Wind. When you use your Second Wind ability, your Bonded Dragon Companion gains 1d6 health points plus 7 health points, and 1 use of its Gravity Breath. It also gets the Dragon Mount ability, so your Bonded Dragon has grown to medium size and can carry you for brief distances. Your dragon will stop hovering for the turns it carries you. And you also get the improved Gravity Breath, which your Bonded Dragon's breath can be used 4 times per day in a 9-meter cone, which is actually very large, kind of like Cone of Cold, and deals 2d12 of, or 2 to 12 force damage and on a target that fails the saving throw. Force damage is being a very good damage type. At level 10 here, you get the Rallying Surge. When you use your action surge, up to 3 allies can use a reaction to either attack or move. As I mentioned, that is such a cool ability to have. And yeah, Sumradagnoth goes above and beyond with their class mods. Once we hit level 15, this gets the Superior Mount ability. Your Bonded Dragon has grown to a large size and increased in speed. It can carry you for brief distances, but maintaining its ability to hover. And its Gravity Breath can be used 5 times, improved Gravity Breath, and Tandem Attack. On your turn, you can forego 1 or more of your attacks to command your Bonded Dragon to attack a nearby foe. Pretty cool. Tandem Attack, Tandem Bike. You and your Bonded Dragon will get resistance to force and psychic damage once you hit level 18, which is very useful because psychic damage is going to actually be pretty effective later on in the game, and force damage is also somewhat common as well. And if you use any one of the mods that increases the level size of your fighter up to level 20, you can get the extra attack 3, allowing you to do an additional attack on top of the 3 you already get. Pretty cool. There's our Amethyst Dragon. When we hit level 20, it becomes level 15 there. And yeah, you can also, what's nice, quality of life, you can change the shape. So if you're just exploring, it can turn into this form, which makes it a little bit easier, as some doorways are a little bit tight for our dragon friend here. But you got that flight hover as well, hover in the air to avoid difficult terrain. So you can have it just flying around all the time too. There's so much fun stuff to use with the dragon. As someone that really likes dragon style classes in games, or dragon style summons, things like that, this is a very fun one. Sumradagnoth went off with this class mod, and they've made the 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons Fighter Subclass Combined mod, which is on console alongside the Barbarian one. We'll hopefully see the Monk come soon, and the Ranger Subclass Combined. They've made a lot of really great mods, and yeah, this is just another incredible one in their repertoire here. Definitely recommend giving this one a download. Now, the next subclass that I want to show is the Shadow Beast Barbarian subclass. So this mod was made by Pumpkin Bat here, and you get a Shadow Companion. And again, I love class mods that have pets with them, so this gives you the Shadow Beast to fight alongside you, and it'll level up as you level up as well. And you also get a Find Shadow Familiar, the Speak with Animal spells, and the Rage Shadow Predator. While raging, you can use the Prey of the Shadows, dealing an additional 1d4 necrotic damage, and you gain resistance to the physical damage types. Once we hit level 6, we get the Bond of Darkness, allowing you to let out a howl alongside your Shadow Beast. For 3 turns, both you and your Howling Beast gain resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage, and deal an additional 2d4 necrotic damage. This effect is not activated if there's no Shadow Beast nearby, so yeah, 3 turns as a bonus action. That's pretty nice. Once we hit level 8, we get the Abyssal Shadow Companion, which gives you a Shadow Beast from the Abyss. These creatures do not grow stronger with level progression. Only 1 beast can be summoned at a time. I'll show you both these here in a moment. At level 10, you get the Abyssal Roar, unleash a thunderous roar infused with the power of the Shadowy Abyss, instilling fear in nearby enemies. So for 2 turns, pretty nice. Also, the range on this is crazy. Now this mod does let you go above in levels. You get like the brutal critical ability, which adds another damage die onto your critical hits. But this one mostly just you want to stay to level 12. So here's the Shadow Companion here. You got the choice of the Shadow Spider, Raven, Owlbear, Wolf, Eagle, and Saber-Tooth Tiger, which is pretty fun to have. So you can summon this in. Animalistic Vitality is its ability there. And with this, it gives you the Shred Armor, depending on which summon you get. It's similar to the Druid ones, the Jugular Strike and the Bite attack on the Shadowy Panther. Looks really cool. It's got 89 health there. And there's also the Abyssal Shadow Companion. So you got like a Minotaur, a Dilophosaurus, Displacer Beast, Viewlet, Hook Horror, Shadow Mastiff, and the Shahagan Fish Folk. Pretty cool as well. So you can summon in your other summon there. It's got 84 health as well. It's level 1 technically, but this is great club attack, up to 28 damage there. It also has the charge ability. This will give a pushback and potentially knock targets prone. There's the Brutal Leap, which you can get with a set of the Bone Spike boots, but as the bonus action, leaping ability, knocking targets prone. You have the charge, another charge, and the Reckless Roar, gain advantage on attack rolls. So yeah, being able to play as a Minotaur is pretty cool, a shadowy Minotaur. But yeah, this is a Barbarian. It's got that Abyssal Roar, which you can see here, and striking fear in the target this far away is actually pretty crazy. So that in itself is fun. Your Bond of Darkness allowing you to increase your damage, and then also the Rage Shadow Predator. This is another one that's pretty balanced, and I think it's a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely check out this mod, the homebrew subclass Path of the Shadow Beast by Pumpkin Bat here. It's actually really, really fun to play with. The next subclass or class is the Dark Urge class, which literally feels like a perfect encapsulation of all the abilities that you get from different classes in Baldur's Gate 3, but made specifically for the Dark Urge. At level 1, you get like things like sneak attack, you get the 2-weapon fighting, the dual wielder bonus armor class when you're dual wielding, and the alert feed. This mod was made by EA Bavella here, and it has so many cool abilities. It is a bit overpowered. However, if you're going to do a Dark Urge run, you could do like this plus Shadowheart or whatever companion. You could just do like 2 companions, and it would feel pretty good. At level 2, you get the Aggressive Negotiation, giving you advantage on intimidation checks and superior dark vision. Speak with the dead and speak with animals. It's a common trend today. We also get the Compulsion, which is basically action surge, but you call upon the urge, or you heed the call of the urge and immediately gain an action. You also get all the bonus action abilities there and the command spell. As I mentioned, this does feel very much like something you would be if you're the Dark Urge. It is a bit powerful again. Bonus action, the Assassinate Ambush, so you get an attack roll against a surprised creature will become a critical hit. And advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet, as well as the Assassin's Alacrity. So if you attack and start combat, you'll get your action and bonus actions back. You also get the Infiltration Expertise, adopting a new identity, basically being able to change your face. The Cloak of Darkness, Misty Step, and Shroud, which is just darkness spell, but as a bonus action as well. Pretty fun abilities here. So you can hide out in the darkness, go out and stab. Level 4, you get the Deathstalker Veil. Once per turn, when you kill an enemy, you return invisible, similar to the Deathstalker Mantle. The Preemptive Strike, giving you +2 to initiative rolls and have advantage on attack rolls. So whenever you revoke it, this makes it pretty strong, getting advantage on attack rolls. Late as a Whisper, you gain a +3 meters movement speed and jump distance, and you gain immunity to fall damage. You also get the Weapon Bond, so similar to the Eldritch Knight, so you can throw anything, and then you also get the Vicious Throw a dagger to foe, whom you got advantage, dealing sneak attack damage. Very, very strong. At level 5, you get the Uncanny Dodge, so you take half usual damage from physical attacks. Clarified Mortality, when you get a critical hit, you can potentially frighten the target, similar to the Great Old One Warlock. You also get the Annihilate, which does a ton of extra slashing damage, giving 7 slashes total, unleashing your Dark Urge, which does use a Dark Urge point. You also have the Unrelenting Pursuit, seeks out invisible creatures, Minor Illusion, the Light Cantrip, and ability to fly at level 5. At level 6, we get ourselves an extra attack, the Dauntless. You can't be frightened, cannot be afflicted with other emotion-altering conditions. Assassin Steps, movement speed cannot be reduced, you can't be paralyzed or restrained, and you get the Razor Sharp Delight. Slice of an enemy to siphon their life and regain half as many health points. Pretty fun. At level 7, you get the Aura of Murder, so you make anyone near you vulnerable to piercing damage, so it's doubling your damage on piercing. This is where it becomes very overpowered. Evasion makes you take half damage from spells, or no damage if you succeed at a saving throw. You also get up close and personal, doing 3d8 piercing damage and pull a victim towards you using your blades as a bonus action. And the Garrote here, which is something you get from the Ballless Gloves. At level 8, you get the Little Death, the thrill of killing once per turn. When you kill an enemy, you regain hit points. And you get Keen, +2 bonus to spell attack rolls. The Noxious Knives here hurl poisonous daggers at your victims. This uses a level 4 spell slot, and then you also get greater invisibility at this level. At level 9, you get the Reliable Talent, giving you, whenever you do a skill check or an ability check with a skill you're not proficient in, you can only roll at minimum a 10. And then you get the Seeming Spell, disguise for your party members, and Murderous Cloud of Daggers, which is an upcasted version of Cloud of Daggers. And you also get to choose a spell from between Contagion or Greater Restoration. Contagion is actually interesting because it doesn't trigger combat. At level 10, you get improved critical hit, increase critical hit chance by 5% or minus by 1 on a dice roll. Murder Hungry, each time that you kill a creature, you gain 1 charge of Unstoppable, meaning they have to attack you, removed Unstoppable, and then their next attack will damage you. And Whistling Death, throw a magic dagger at a foe against whom you got advantage, dealing sneak attack damage and make it ricochet between multiple enemies. This also uses a Dark Urge point. Level 11 gives you improved extra attack, similar to the fighter. You get the Killer's Dance Floor, which does 6d10 piercing, become an incarnation of blades. As you turn your proximity into difficult terrain, anyone who gets close, invited or not, will be cut to pieces. And the Arcane Gate, with you getting either harm or heal. What's cool is the heal spell actually has a unique interaction with the Dark Urge in the actual Baldur's Gate 3 game, so that's really fun. At level 12, you get the Scarlet Remittance, which comes from the Rhapsody Blade, +1 bonus attack rolls, damage and spell save DC for every enemy you slay, up to a maximum of +3. And you get to choose from the Power World Kill spell, which is level 9. This is level 6 there, but it's a level 9 technically spell. Compel a creature with 100 hit points or left to die instantly. The actual spell is a little bit stronger than that, but you can actually get this spell through, I guess, kind of hacking in the game. And the Wheel of Fate. Fate spins as long as it should. You and your allies gain the effects of a long rest. Actually pretty strong. So yeah, you get 5 Dark Urge points. This only goes up to level 12, but it doesn't need to go any higher because it's just so strong. Any of these spells has the power to literally destroy anything that it sees. So Power Word Kill on Jaheira there. I'm sorry, Jaheira, that just completely kills her. Bypasses the death check. This also is literally a spell that doesn't even use your spell slots. So sorry, Jaheira. We also get the Annihilate attack here. Sorry, Halsin. So this gives you multiple attacks. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it looks really cool. We'll ignore the big splatters on the wall. A lot of really powerful abilities here. Vicious Throw, so you can throw your daggers that you got in your pocket. Yeah, there's so much. That Annihilate action is really cool. So this is great if you want to have a very powerful Dark Urge playthrough, and emphasis on very powerful. It's a lot of fun though if you want to do something solo, and even with Tactician enhanced, perfect for that. The next class I'll be showing off is the Valiant Class mod. This is a mod made by Avire here, who we've covered previously. Has made a few other mods like the Elementalist, which I know a lot of people really enjoyed. So this one is definitely a high quality class mod. This gives you different subclasses between the Serpent, the Maelstrom, and the Bulwark here, which we'll show off. So the Bulwark, as the name implies, is going to be more defensive, giving you the Raise Shields abilities, which you can spend a Raise Shield charge to bolster the defenses of allies, making you the focus of their attacks. So similar, we just got ourselves the Crown Paladin coming in patch 8, which is the only really tank class that's in Baldur's Gate 3. This is a great mod that actually has a tanking subclass. It's very cool. So you gain towering defenses, which provides you damage reduction. You decrease your armor class and trade for huge amounts of HP. Now, something that higher the armor class, the less likely enemies will target you in Baldur's Gate 3. That's why Gale always gets jumped every single time that you're playing, because his armor class is likely to be a little bit lower. This one kind of circumvents that because it's going to lower the armor class but increase your damage, or your overall health and damage reduction. So you get the Raise Shield charges. Spellcasting modifier is Constitution. This affects some saves, elemental damage, and attacks. There's also the Maelstrom, which is a cool chosen weapon here with swirling blades doing fire and radiant damage. And the Swift Strikes ability, you get Maelstrom attacks. This is basically like a elemental melee attacker. Very fun. I'll be doing builds on these in the future because I actually really enjoy this. Alongside the Elementalist class, very well done. The Constricting Mark, you can mark an enemy with a toxic charge doing poison, acid, or necrotic damage depending on your coding choice, and this constricts and restrains the enemies. And you also get 3 toxic charges. So the Servant's all about buffing up your weapons to do damage. The Maelstrom is like a radiant fire attacker. And I'll show off the Bulwark because this is cool. There's not enough tanks in Baldur's Gate 3, so the more the better. You also get Cloak and Dagger. Us against the world if you play Marvel Rivals. This gives you a reduced critical hit chance, and you also unlock a spell to hone your weapons, making daggers and short swords attack with a damage die of a 1d8, improving their overall damage a lot actually. There's also the Spear Mastery, which unlocks the Spear Mastery, which gives you a +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls with spears, pretty cool because this means you can use a variety of different things. Like if you want to be a spear attacker and more of a defensive spear user, this makes it more viable, increasing the damage and attack rolls that you would get with it. As we continue to level up, we get more defensive abilities here. We get our subclass feature Hyper Focus. Enemies that are goaded take an extra 1d4 radiant damage from you, and attacks have advantage against targets that are goaded. And you also get this shield slam. So empower your shield with radiant energy, slamming your foes for 4 to 9 bludgeoning damage plus 2. If the shield slam is used while you have towering defense, you get a radiant explosion of 4-meter radius. They're actually pretty strong. And you can goad targets with that. We also get more rage shield charges, and you get the goading throw. You unlock the spirit shell, shield spell, and the goading throw attack available in combat. When in combat, you can throw a spirit shield with a goading throw, which will goad enemies into attacking you. And if you have your towering defenses active, you cause a goading explosion, which will goad all enemies into attacking you in an area of effect. You'll see the spirit shield here. Mark your currently equipped shield as a spirit shield, creating a link between the bulwark and the shield. And yeah, you get the ready defense here, giving you a +2 bonus to your armor class, and the two-handed blocking. You have been instructed by the techniques of two-handed blocking and now can raise shields while using a pike, halberd, or glaive. Through you forego the innate defenses and skills that require a shield. So you get a very special relationship with your shield here. This also gives you the Tainting Rush. Rush forward through enemy lines, goading any enemies you attack and knocking them off balance. Also get Bulwark Techniques here, which similar to the other mods by Valiant, they have a lot going on here. So you have the Piercing Phalanx here, which does additional radiant damage on your attacks. You have to hold the line, doing slashing plus radiant damage. You can daze targets, making it easier to land things that have a wisdom save, like hold person or command. Rally defense to give you temporary health points. You got the Defender's Command, which is similar to the command spell that you get from Battlemaster Fighter, and they'll do additional damage, directing 2 allies up to hit a foe. Shielding Wave, raise your shield and force it forward, dealing force damage and possibly knocking targets prone. This can attack up to 5 enemies. Defender's Radiance, causing all nearby allies with Defender's Radiance to do extra radiant damage. Terrifying Roar, which can frighten and chill targets to the bone. And also Immovable Wall, giving +2 bonus to armor class, and enemies' weak weapons will weaken their grip when they attack you. So actually very strong, and a lot of cool abilities here that make you a lot different from every other class mod that you've probably tried out here. You gain 3 raised shield charges, and they bolster your defensive abilities, and your raised shield charges now replenish a short or long rest. You can also choose to get an extra attack or the sturdy feat or feature, Bulwark Attack, which you have the shield equipped, you're under the effects of towering defenses. You gain your level in Valiant as additional health points. Your teammates now gain 2 flat damage reduction while under towering defenses, and you gain access to a shield follow-up attack that may be used for various attacks. So you don't have to go with just an extra attack, you can actually boost up your shielding abilities here. And we also get ourselves Priority Target Aura. Toggle on to check the radius of priority targets. Enemies will be afflicted with the priority target will turn blue. And so this makes it so that enemies in a large radius will now become goaded when you use your Raise Your Shield, so you can pull everyone's aggro towards you. Very fun. And you also get a cool aura here. So Hateful Aura, doing additional damage with melee attacks. The Warding Aura, which allies will only take half the damage from spells. And then also the Protective Aura, which gives bonuses to saving throw equal to your Constitution modifier, which can be very high because we can get our Constitution modifier pretty high with the Constitution Amulet. Again, a very great defender. Also get class feature 3 mastery charges, which are used for our combat masteries, which there's a lot of them. Disarming Force can disarm weapons, silencing, Line Breaker, doing thunder damage up to 6 targets, Erupting Darkness, causing your enemy to swell and erupt in a darkness cloud upon death, Slamming Shove, Absorptive Strike, which will heal you, the Rending Stun, the Shadowed Slice, we got ourselves the Elemental Imbue, Critical Puncture, Divine Barrier, Divine Reverence, Transfer Strength, Lucky Strike, which gives a +50% chance of each element being added to your damage instead of the 1d4 of that element, and Channel Mastery, which gives you random effect and adding elemental damage to your attacks for 3 turns, and you can get any of those elemental damage types. You also get to pick an elemental attack or defense here, giving you radiant damage, which gets stronger as you attack and get leveled up, or Mental Fortitude. When Raised Shield is active, you have an advantage on intelligence charisma saves. Pretty cool. Very, very many different abilities there. We're only at level 8 here. You can also give yourself a bonus to your strength, constitution, or wisdom. You also get the attack or defense, giving you Banishing Light. You unlock the Banishing Light spell, which gives you additional force and radiant damage, and will banish the target. Or the Faithful Defenses, which manifests a power to call upon a Divine Guardian that attacks nearby allies, enemies. Each time it deals damage is basically the Divine Guardian spell that you get from the Cleric, which is, again, a very fun and useful ability to have to protect your team. Level 9, you get another mastery charge, and unending masteries. You get a 1 in 3 chance to refund a mastery point instead of spending one, and you get to take another one of these. You also get to choose another aura, like the Bountiful Aura. You and any nearby allies gain immunity to Bone Chill and always heal the max amount of health points. Shadowed Aura, you and any nearby allies have reduced critical hit threshold, and your attacks may cause bleeding. Hateful, again, will give extra damage, so these are actually cool. Being immune to Bone Chill and then also being able to heal for max amount of health points is really useful. You get the attacker defense here, giving you, you're now unable to be critically hit. Extended reach will increase your melee attack range. Keep attacking. At 3 stacks, you'll gain additional 1d6 of force damage. And every time you attack, you get more accurate. Shield Lunge will let you throw your Spirit Shield and do force or radiant damage. And the Intercept, you gain intercepting, granting resistance to all incoming damage types. There's a lot going on with this subclass. 1 mastery charge here, another raised shield charge, and the Quaking Shout, giving you 2 turns of Force Conduit, which can do force damage to attackers, and Stunning Slam, stunning them and knocking targets prone, healing force or bludgeoning damage to the enemies. And then you get a Pinnacle ability here, the Shield Spikes. So this will give you cover your shield in large spikes, causing physical damage you take to be redirected as force damage using a raised shield charge. The Fast Hands, which will give you an additional bonus action, or Faithful Resurrection, which gives you 1 health point after being downed. And you can make a powerful retaliatory strike. So yeah, again, another very powerful ability here. So again, you can bond your shield with yourself so that you can buff your damage up a bit more, which is really nice. So with this, you can literally give yourself the Spirit Shroud here, or Spirit Shield, which will give your shield that nice glow. And then you got like the Bountiful Aura, which you can apply to make everyone get a maximum health points back and immunity to Bone Chill. Protective Aura, which will give you that bonus to your saving throws, +6. If you use the Constitution amulet, you can see there our shield looks nice and glowy. And then you have all these special weapon attacks, which are very damaging. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alston. I didn't mean to hurt you earlier. But yeah, you get the shield slam abilities too. So you can hit people with your shields. And I'll show you that there. Bonk. Yeah, it's cool. I will be doing a future build on this because I'm just blown away. The Elementalist mod was mind-blowing to me, and this is another mod by Avire that is super well done. Now, I'm going to finish off with another fun mod here. This is the Rouge mod, a magical makeup spellcaster made by the Wailing Bard. Now, this came out as on April day before April Fool's. It was an April Fool's Day joke, but it's actually meant to be funny, because if you've seen anyone type the word rogue, you've probably seen many people misspelled as Rouge. So this gives us the spellcaster, which is makeup themed. I really appreciate whenever people make creative and fun mods like this. So this is there's definitely a lot of people out there that would really enjoy this mod. You have Blade Ward, the Booming Blade, and Friends cantrips here, but you also get the selection of some others like Rain of Radiance, Vicious Mockery, Moonflare. This has Mistress Spells compatibility with it. So with this, you also get yourself the makeup kits, which let you change makeup and produce disguise. You also get the Sanctuary, Absorb Elements, Armor of Amythest, Beast Bond, and Cause Fear spells, and all made up. When you wear Rouge makeup or otherwise disguise, your armor class is 13 plus dexterity modifier. And there are 4 different subclasses here, being the Fashionista, giving you the Thaumaturgy and Dancing Lights, Fairy Fire, and Guiding Bolt, and the Fashion Statement, expel a radiant light 3 meters around you. Any creature in that light is disadvantaged when making melee attacks against you. Must be using the Rouge makeup to be able to do this. There's also the Goth, which gives you Bone Chill, Toll the Dead, Sleep, and Protection from Good and Evil, giving you the Blanket of Darkness, becoming invisible, and invisible, your movement speed is 0, but you can use your bonus action to teleport to other areas. There's the Pretty Face, giving you proficiency in Persuasion, and also a few different cantrips and spells here. And the Clown, which gives you resistance to fall damage. You get the Tumbling Fool, Disengage. I'm going to show you just the Fashionista here. I really enjoy fun class mods like this. So again, you get a lot of different spells here. You also get the Shadow Stalker, the Venomous Ivy, giving you Venomous Kiss, doing poison damage. Eyes of Horus, giving you advantage on perception checks, and the Favored Face. You also get the Charming Magic spell. Whenever you cast a spell first level or higher, you can the target must do a saving throw to you can charm the enemy here for as long as the spell lasts. Does not work on things like grease. This is a subclass feature for the Fashionista. You also get some good spells like Wall of Fire and Dominate Beast here. And the prepared spell list includes Mistress spells, giving you a wide variety of different spells to utilize. At level 9, we get the Inked Magic second rune, giving you a recovered spell slot, the Destructive Wave, and Dominate Person. I really like Destructive Wave. It's a very powerful spell that you get from the Cleric. Both the Infiltration Expertise, giving you a different appearance to your character. And we get to take another cantrip. Level 11 giving us a lot of different spells like Astral Junction, Fire Step, Synaptic Static, Mask Cure Wounds, and Seeming. And you also get things like True Seeing, Tensor's Transformation, Sunbeam, Heal, Harm, or Flesh to Stone. So a lot of different spell selection that you get with this subclass, or this class with 4 different subclasses. Very well done. And not so much a joke class as an actual fully functioning mod. And I think, again, a lot of people would really enjoy this. So I recommend checking this one out if you're looking for something new and it sounds interesting to you. So this is the mod made by the Wailing Bard here. Again, and so you got like Produce Disguise here, which gives you can use this cool little animation there, gives you a disguise kit to your inventory. So the disguise kit is a single use here, so you can apply this to yourself and then make yourself look like whatever you wanted to change your character into. So we can go with like if you want to become a tiefling, you can use this to change your character's appearance. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then you get those bonuses. You can also obviously dispel this at any time if you want to go back to normal. Very fun. Take on the appearance you want. You can change your lip color or makeup color here as well using this ability. So you can see there we got ourselves a different lipstick. I've never seen a class mod be able to do something like that. I think that's awesome. Also the fashion statement here, which we can light ourselves up. I already have a glowing weapon, but this gives you this cool little glow to your character. Mirror, mirror, while standing with a mirror to your side, too little to save, let's see your reflection. So you can pop down and create a mirror, which is perfect if you wanted to see what your character looked like with this nice glow. So yeah, I thought this was really fun and I had to showcase this here. But that was the Purple Dragon Knight Fighter, the Path of the Shadow Beast Barbarian, Dark Urge class, Valiant class, and the Rouge. Got a lot of really great ones here. I can't pick a favorite. They're all amazing. So go check them out, download them, tell me what you like about them in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button below. I appreciate the support so much, guys. Have yourself a great day, and we'll see you all in the next video.